With over 12,000 species, the ants of the world come in great variety, but they are all tough, strong territorial defenders of their realms, and will dispatch unwanted guests with relish. Hardy mandibles cut, bite, and carry, sometimes even carrying off the eggs of other species that they will rear as slaves. Other times, carrying victims far larger than themselves, and yet other times are used as weapons to see off giants. With wing casts that are perfectly designed to colonize new lands, the ants of the world reign supreme. With species that can carry up to 50 times their own weight, and those with jaws that can pin down and dismember their opponents, these tiny warriors are supremely powerful. In the tropical forests of Australia, green tree ants are a familiar sight. With colonies that can reach up to 500,000, these entirely cooperative social insects build their nests of leaves high in the branches. Relative to their tiny size, ant muscles are much thicker than those of larger animals. Milligram for milligram, they produce much more force. If human muscles were in proportion to those of ants, we would be able to wave a car over our heads. Major worker ants weave the exterior of the nest together. Their bodies linked in chains, they pull the leaf edges closer together by reducing the length of the chain, ant by ant. Carried in the mandibles of other worker ants are the sticky white larvae of the colony. These produce a silk which is squeezed out in zigzags and used to bind the leaves of the nest closely together. One colony will make several nests. In some places, over 150 spread over a dozen trees belonging to the same colony. These are defended with such ferocity by these pugnacious tiny warriors that the areas in between colonies are often no insect zones. The oval nests can be 50 centimeters long. If not by an unsuspecting passerby, swarms of these 8-millimeter territorial soldiers run out, gesticulating wildly with open jaws, ready for a fight. Green ants have a battery of attack and defense techniques. On top of their strength of numbers, they have a bite that they follow up with a spray of ascorbic acid. With a cooperative battle plan and some impressive wrestling moves, some of the colony grip and pin down their victim while others dismember it. It will be fed to their larvae. With their massive colonies, in some forests, ant numbers make up half the total number of insects. With 1.5 million ants to every human on the planet, the total weight of the world's humans and its ants, despite the colossal size difference, is almost the same. In the dry Arizonan desert, these harvester ants are about to take to the skies for their nuptial flight. Winged reproducing princesses and drones congregate around the nest. The Mexican horned lizard times its daily activities, such as they are, around the time the ants are the most active. Harvester ants have an extremely toxic venom, the most toxic of any insect. Swallowing them whole, the horned lizard's blood has a neutralizing agent, which renders the venom harmless. A revenge attack is sometimes launched, but the slow-moving lizard remains impervious to their stings. With pheromones drenching the air, males and females are drawn together and a commotion of mating commences. Once it is over, the drones will die, while the females will find a spot to colonize and pull off their wings. They won't be needed anymore. For this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, the males swarm the females, several trying to mate with one. From this mating, she will start a new colony. Their tiny bodies belying their power, venom and sheer muscle, are the scurrying ants the strongest animals we know?